Welcome back to another video of the Plant Twins. Today we're going to be planting some runner beans. Fill your seedling trays up with soil. Multi-purpose compost you can grow almost anything in. So when you're filling, make sure every part of the seedling tray gets filled up with some soil. And then you're going to plant the beans. Push them in. Don't cover them, just push them in like this. Plant a few of these. This is quite easy planting runner beans. See, make sure you push them down gently. After you've planted them, we're going to water them. This soil is already quite moist, it's already been in the rain for a while. This is the next stage of a runner bean. When they start to sprout, push up. These are not all runner beans. The ones that are runner beans are the ones that one like those. The ones with basically the browner seeds are the runner beans. And this usually takes, for germination, it usually takes around a week to do this. The problem is we never put the date on it because we always plant loads of seeds in one day, never even remember to put the date. This runner bean is a runner bean emperor. That's scarlet emperor, that's why they look slightly different. Scarlet emperor is different to emperor because they look different. That's a scarlet emperor. I'll tell you the names. So that one there is white emperor. This one here is Scarlet Emperor. This one over here is Emperor. This one is Scarlet Emperor. This one is Emperor. That's Scarlet Emperor. Emperor. Then we've got, that looks like a runner bean Scarlet Emperor. That's a runner bean Scarlet Emperor. Next to it is another runner bean Scarlet Emperor. There's a broad bean there that's sprouting. And then we have something that I can't see there. It's not grown. That's a mouldy broad bean. Then we have a broad bean that's sprouting, a broad bean that's split in half. And then we have a dwarf French bean. Next to it we have the back line is all dwarf French beans. And here, this is what happens if you do not water a kidney bean. This is what happens. It's a very tall and slender kidney bean. It used to be covered in leaves. It's tall, and actually I've just watered it a few weeks ago and it's growing new leaves. You see it's dropped loads of its leaves. The top ones are dead. When I repotted it, it had two bottom ones, and those top ones are perfectly green. Then the other ones had white dots on them. And then this is also what happens if you don't water kidney bean. I completely forgot about this one. It had I don't know which one of them had a pod. It was definitely one of them in this pot. Had a pod, and then I took it out and put it somewhere else. And then we have a tiny little French bean here. It's not just French beans, there's also a runner bean in there, some other French beans and a broad bean that's sprouting, and that's quite good. So these are some of our bean plants. This one over here is dying because when I put it in this big pot, it must have not liked it. These, before we put them in here, none of them were overcrowding. They have grown a lot. This one looks a bit yellow, and so does that one. We've got a nice big pot to grow our kidney beans and runner beans. There was some planted runner beans in there. We've also got another big pot here. It's the same size and it's got a huge runner bean. Then, also I'm going to be talking about how to get a runner bean to pod. So runner beans to pod, they're quite easy to get to the pod. The varieties I know is runner bean emperor, runner bean scarlet emperor, runner bean white emperor, runner bean best of all. We have a runner bean here. Can't see the whole thing. It does go quite high. There's some snails in here, so one of them's been eaten. We have loads of runner beans. We have more kidney beans though than runner beans. This plant is around about 60 days old because it grows slow. It used to when it was in that small pot. See, it goes all the way up there and then it just climbs up something else. I'm not quite sure what it climbs up. This runner bean was in another pot with another runner bean, and the other runner bean is here in our grove of kidney beans. It's right here, the one in that pot here. The one that's quite small, that runner bean. And then this kidney bean, he's wilting a bit. In this pot they definitely need some water. Some of them were already big when we put them in the pot, others were small. There is a small kidney bean here. Then it wasn't there before. There was probably kidney beans in the soil because he never even planted those three new ones that are sprouting in. The reason there's tape because one half of the pot is mine. This half, the one on the front, and then on the one on the back here is Tristan's plants. We just tried to clear more space. We wanted to clear more space so that we would have space for more plants because the greenhouse was much more full up than this. We have got some little bean plants here that we were meant to do, that I was going to do for a test, like to see all the different varieties of beans. Obviously, some of them have gone black. I was not expecting that to happen. Kidney bean looks like a French bean. I don't know why it's sprouted like a French bean, but it's not. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video. And make sure you subscribe.